बीते 4 दिनों से इजराइल और हमास के बीच में युद्ध चल रहा है। एक तरफ जहां इजराइल में इस युद्ध में अब तक 900 से ज्यादा लोग मारे जा चुके हैं, वहीं दूसरी तरफ गाजा पट्टी में भी 700 से अधिक लोगों की जान गई है। दोनों ही तरफ हजारों की संख्या में लोग घायल हुए हैं। इस युद्ध के मुद्दे पर हमसे बात करने के लिए इस वक्त खास मौजूद हैं इजराइल के कॉन्सुलेट जनरल कोवी शोशानी। सर, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर गिविंग योर टाइम. I would like to first ask you, today is the 4th day, and since last 4 days Israel is under war. What is the current situation?
Thank you, Krishna. I think right now, after very heavy days in Israel, that we are controlled the south part of Israel. It was a very difficult fight internal in the villages of Israel in the southern part of the state. It was not easy because it was under attack of rockets. It was hostages in the villages and the kibbutzes in the cities of Israel, taken by the brutal criminal terror organization called Hamas, and to pass from house to house and to clear the area taken time. Right now I can say to you that we are controlling all the southern part of Israel without no hesitation. Maybe it's going to be some criminals and some terrorists that are hiding in the bushes, but I can assure to you they will not going to leave and they are not going to be to take more hostages. They will pay the price for it. This is the current situation in the field. In between, there are airstrikes of the Israeli Air Force, heavy airstrikes in the Gaza Strip, getting price that going to more and more heavier the more the time will pass. I assume that within a few hours it won't be enough electricity in the Gaza Strip. I assume that water will be a big challenge, and right now this is the price that they are going to pay until these criminals that killed more than 1,000 Israelis, some of them kids, some of them elderly people, women. They treat women in such a way that Israel will not accept ever, and they will pay the price for it.
Sir, it has been 4 days. Do you think it can escalate war in Middle East because America has extended its support to Israel?
First of all, everything is open. We are ready for every development in the military field. It can be a war. It will be a little bit more bigger war. We are ready. There are forces in the northern part of Israel, near to Hezbollah, that are supported by the Iranians. We are ready for that. The American president make it in a very clear voice. He sent a carrier to the Mediterranean to show that it's a serious game. And of course, but we have a strong army that we can handle both ways. Of course, we don't want to open another channel, but if it's needed, we will do so, and we are not worried from that.
What went wrong with your intelligence agency, Mossad?
First of all, normally the responsibility about intelligence in Gaza Strip belongs to the Israeli intelligence forces. I cannot say more than I said that it was a surprise. This is something that it's one of the biggest questions right now in the Israeli media, in the Israeli society. What's happened to the intelligence? Well, how come that we known as one of the best intelligence in the world? We were surprised. That's a fact. That's not a question of doubt. But right now we are concentrating on one thing. First of all, to bring stability to the state of Israel and teach them a lesson in such a way that all the neighborhoods around us, all the criminals and the terrorists will understand what is the message that we would like to bring into our what's happening in Israel. And the lesson is going to be very severe. This is our concentration. Afterwards, we'll investigate, we'll learn, and we will try to avoid. I can assure to you that we are not going to make the same mistake twice.
In this whole scenario, how do you see China? Where China stands?
I tell you frankly, I didn't like the idea of the reaction, the official reaction of the Chinese government. It's make me not happy. But let me speak about the positive things. What I saw and what I read about the declaration of your Prime Minister and other leaders in the world from the European states, and of course, definitely President Biden, is a very clear border between the good states, the democratic states, and the people that don't understand what is a brutality, what is a massacre is. This is something to kill 3 years old, complete families, to behave, to kill young girls, to deal with the elderly people. And you know, Israel is a very small country. I'm talking about 1,000 people in an Israeli population of 9 million people. Everybody, in every family in Israel, knows someone who is maybe captured or dead or injured. I know personally 2. One girlfriend of my daughter, that she was killed in the party, and another girl that actually kidnapped to Gaza. But it's not only me. Then everybody in Israel understands and knows the names. They know the faces. They know what's happened. The story comes up. The braveness of the people of the South in the first hours was extremely important. But this is the spirit of the Israeli people. But right now we are looking forward about retaliation.
On the other hand, Pakistan has showed its support to Hamas, and he has said that Hamas is doing right thing.
I tell you in a very simple way. I think that even in the Muslim world, which I am including its internal issue in the Muslim world, even in the Muslim world, the disgusting performance of this brutal terrorist is make them ashamed that they are Muslims. Internally, of course, they have to, sometimes it's internal Muslim or Arab world politics, but I tell you, the leadership saw what's happened, and they are disgusted by the action that the Hamas did. And I don't think that you or them wants to live side by side with such brutal people that making something like that to elderly people. And I don't think that even the Muslims won't accept it. I don't think so.
Who is the main culprit? Is it Hamas or is it Iran?
Definitely Hamas did it. Then the responsibility, and they are the first to pay the price, is Hamas. But we know that there is a cooperation between other countries, definitely with the Hezbollah, which is a proxy of Iran. And then we know the information. And believe me, let me define it in this way or another. I don't advise everybody to be in the other side right now. Israel known, and this is part of our DNA, that people that harm our families, our wives, our kids, our parents will pay the price. We will run after them day by day, and they will pay the price about their criminal, brutal incidents that they brought to themselves.
India and Israel these are the two nations which are old trade partners. How you see this war is affecting the trade between these two countries?
I don't see any effect. I think that the bond, and I cannot describe it rather than a bond between India and Israel, going to be stronger and stronger. And this is part of the friendship between our two beloved nations. And I think that it won't be affected at all. In the contrary, I think this is part of the mutual commitment between the two states.
Lastly, I would like to ask you, how many Indians are still stuck in Israel, and what are the precautionary measures are being taken to return them back to India?
Our foreign minister of external affairs, we call it Minister of Foreign Affairs, make it very clear that the Minister of Foreign Affairs will do the utmost to help any citizen, doesn't matter if he's Indian or not, to come back home. Right now, in a certain, I don't know what the final numbers are, but it's around 20,000 people, Indians, that are right now in Israel. Most of them are givers, and I think that they will. Most of them would like to continue to stay. In most of the country, it's a normal life. Normal life in the terms that of these days, it's not easy. But the one who wanted to leave left already. As far as I know, no casualty among Indians. Of course, we have a very large Indian Jewish community in Israel that we love them very much. And part of them are participating in the war because they are soldiers, they are Israelis. But as far as I know, the one who wanted to leave left. I know that even one Bollywood actress, Nushrat Bharucha, she left. She was in Israel by our invitations, and she already back home along with the staff. Then it's as far as I know, I don't know someone who wants to leave and cannot leave. Air India stopped the direct flight to Israel, but there is other alternatives by Emirates and the Israeli airlines that operate completely, and of course through Ethiopian Airlines, and by Bangkok to come back to your beautiful land.
How much time you people are expecting that the things will normalize?
Definitely weeks. It's a minimum time, but Israel completely united to give the army as much as he needs, and we give him the spirit and the back to do whatever necessary to do in order to teach them the lesson. We don't give them even a time. Do whatever needed, how long it's going to take to punish these criminals. This is part of our spirit.
Prime Minister himself is on warfield.
He's all the time. There is, of course, meeting and everything. He's not in the warfield itself. He's not in the south. He's in Jerusalem, in the capital. But he's working around the clock, trying to do its best to give the spirit and to give the leadership to bring these people back to Israel and to retaliate in a massive way that haven't been shown in the Middle East before.
What message would you like to convey?
I think that if the people that support right now what's happening in Israel, that they're very happy, listen to me. You make a big mistake. Brutality and acting against kids and innocent people, elderly people, families, in such a way, it's a shame to the Muslim world. This is a message I would like to thank all the Indian people. And I'm talking about thousands of messages that I get by the social medias and WhatsApp and things like that. Thank you very much. Your support is sometimes even more important than missiles.
Thank you, sir, for talking to us. तो ये इजराइल के कॉन्सुलेट जनरल कोबी सोशानी को आप सुन रहे थे. इनका साफ तौर पे ये कहना है कि इस युद्ध के घड़ी में जिस तरीके से भारत ने इनका समर्थन किया है वो इसके लिए इसका धन्यवाद करते हैं. वहीं दूसरी तरफ ये कह रहे हैं कि हमास ने बहुत बड़ी गलती की है और जल्द ही हमास को उसके गलती के लिए उसका परिणाम जो है वो भुगतना पड़ेगा. कैमरामैन योगेंद्र गुप्ता के साथ कृष्णा ठाकुर, एबीपी न्यूज, मुंबई.